Hi, John.
Just going to ask you, you've been here 5.5 years. I think we've only known upward trajectory. The progress the club has made over the years has been absolutely remarkable. I think you sort of said to Ian in your thing that in the Premier League it feels like a bit of a backward step just on points tally. I just wonder how, you know, we know what perfectionist you are and how much you strive for success. Has this season hurt you? And, you know, do you look for sort of kind of self-reflection? And just how much have you learned?
For sure. I mean, for sure it has. I mean, if it doesn't hurt, it's that you don't love winning as much as I do, that's for sure. But you need to understand as well certain things that happened to understand. Was it possible to try to aim to get these kind of points with what we did? Or maybe what we did is overperforming what we could do as well. So it's a lot of ways to look at it. When I sit down and have some time, probably I will make a much better reflection of that.
What was your early reflection on it when you sort of talk about it?
I cannot do it till we see how we finish and the feelings that I have and get everything that I need and go over and over again.
Before the game in Paris, you did talk about sort of, you know, maybe the same points tally would have got you the championship in the last 2 years. You know, sometimes when you're talking around a game, whether before or after, you can, you know, be emotional. I just wonder whether you had any, you know, reflections on those remarks. Maybe it's hurt Liverpool a bit. I don't know. Any regrets before Sunday saying that?
Wait, what do you mean? Sorry.
On Tuesday night, you said in a different seasons we would have won the title with the same points tally.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wondered, you know, maybe it's got Liverpool's backed up a bit. I don't know. I just
What?
wonder whether you had sort of any regrets on that.
Well, it is true. I mean, with the amount of points that we had, we could have been champions twice, and we're not. So that's, I said, you have to be in the right time, in the right moment, you know, and that's it. And if somebody is doing better than you in that particular case, or because we as well, we had many situations and we could not get to those amount of points, it's something natural to do that. We have to really assess what is logical and what we have to do.
Mikel, after Wednesday's game, you obviously said about the players that were in tears because of the result. In terms of emotion, how were you? Were you potentially in tears as well after the game?
I wasn't in tears, but I was very touched, very sad, because I was really convinced that we had everything to make it happen, and especially the first 20, 30 minutes played out and how we suffocated them and what we generated. They were there for the taking. And even if Liverpool scored the 2-2 with 10, 15 minutes to go, my feeling was still the same. And then when you don't achieve it, it is painful because the dream is over, and a lot of people that we could make very happy and proud, we weren't able to do it. And that's obviously something that is painful in sports.
The topic of strikes obviously comes up, raises its head every few months in the last couple of seasons, and of course more so now after the results on Wednesday. In terms of the two previous transfer windows, what would you say the main factor is in terms of not getting a striker? Is it availability? Is it prices? Internally, you guys have got different ideas on which striker to go for?
No, I think it was a full alignment, but sometimes the things that you want to do, you're not capable of doing.
And aside from goals, what do you think is the main pivotal point between you guys finishing second place or getting to a semi-final and not actually going to that further step and winning a trophy in the last couple of years?
Well, the first one with the league, I think there's been obviously two main reasons. One is the amount of games and time that we have played with 10 men, and then the availability of the squad throughout 38 games. It's very, very difficult to manage and to have very strong performance consistently. And we dropped a lot of points. We dropped a lot of points of being ahead as well, which is something that really needs to improve. And with the Champions League, even with those conditions, because the competition is more segmented, we have managed to perform and be in the position that we are in. But maybe as well we lack when we had to change the game in certain moments and have that freshness. We didn't able to do that.
Yeah, we've
Hi.
been here, a lot of us, for 5.5 years, hundreds of press conferences, hundreds of hours of talking. I don't think I've ever seen you like you were on Wednesday night, so visibly devastated. And maybe just think how much of an emotional burden is on you to lead this club, to set the tone, to push that energy all the time. Because you're not like a manager like Carlo Ancelotti, who just seems super relaxed all the time. You live it and you breathe it 100% all the time. Are you not just exhausted sometimes?
No, now, probably because I have so much to achieve and do and willing to improve and and get done. That's what it drives me every day. And those people and the staff and the players drive me every single day. But yeah, if there is somebody probably that has raised the standard and the expectation the highest, it's been me, because I've been demanding when people were expecting something much more, and after that much more, and after that much more. But for me, it's the only way to do it. That everybody has really high standards and demands, and we are very, very close to achieving it. And I understand it's disappointing, and with this it comes the criticism. It's all part of that. At the end, it's one winner, and the rest of them, they're not going to win, so they need to reinvent themselves and do better, and that's part of the cycle.
And you spoke before about amplifying the margins and providing the numbers that you need to win a title. I think maybe some people would argue that the system and the structure that you've built is world-class, the best probably in Europe. But when those moments of chaos happen, or those moments of craziness like a defender scoring 97th minute San Siro, maybe Arsenal's players aren't quite that character, maybe, or they haven't quite got that intuitiveness or that invention or that innovation in those killer moments. Is that an assessment you would agree with?
I said that you need something exceptional, yeah, to make those moments. What Inter is done, it was something exceptional. When the PSG is done, Dembele scoring from expected goal 0.07, or the left foot on the post through 3 players like this, or Fabian, he scored the first goal in the history of the Champions League for him, and Hakimi scores as a fullback. You have to do something, and we didn't do it. Was that lacking? Yeah. Could we have done it in a different way? Yeah. Could we, with a different play, would have Big Gabi on a set piece, or defending the box in a different way? I don't know, but that's the reality, and at the end, they are through and we are out, and for sure we'll learn a lot of things from it.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Just in terms of how you've taken it and the players in the aftermath of the other night, you obviously take it really, really badly, but you see the positives quite immediately when you have a setback. Are you concerned about some of your players that they might not have the same attitude as you, and that these constantly coming so close and not getting over time?
About the attitude, no, because I know them and how much they are still hurting, and now we have to show the pride and how much we care about what is happening, and we still have to achieve and earn, which is a big thing because we haven't done it yet. So the mindset is going to be there, and now we have to prove that we are able to do it, and that's just on the pitch, not here.
And just on Myles Lewis-Skelly, obviously his best night after an amazing season. Are you concerned about him, how he's going to bounce back? He's got an amazingly strong mentality.
Yes, he does, and when you look at the decision that he made after 1 or 2 errors, that tells you the play, the character, and the courage, especially that he has to play the game. And that's what we demand our players. If not, we wouldn't be here.